the most misunderstood song lyrics of all time. Some songs spark outrage, others spark debate, but a select few do both, thanks to wildly misunderstood lyrics. From chart-topping anthems to cult classics, these tracks have stirred controversy not because of what they say, but because of what people think they say. Remember when the Police's Every Breath You Take was mistaken for a romantic ballad instead of a stalker's theme? Or how Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA was waved like a patriotic flag, despite being a sharp critique. Even famous singers have faced backlash for lines twisted by the public. In this episode of Past Paradise, we're diving into the most misinterpreted lyrics of all time, the songs that were condemned, celebrated, or completely misunderstood. You'll never hear them the same way again. Bob Dylan's Blurred Lines, misunderstanding the message of Blowin' in the Wind. Bob Dylan's iconic 1962 song, Blowin' in the Wind, remains one of the most profound anthems of social change, yet its meaning has often been misunderstood. Written during the height of the civil rights movement, the song's lyrics pose a series of rhetorical questions that challenge humanity's complacency in the face of injustice, war, and inequality. The refrain, "The answer, my friend, is blowin' in the wind," has sparked endless debate. Some interpret it as a call to action, suggesting that the solutions to these issues are within reach if only society would grasp them. Others see it as a lament, emphasizing these answers' elusive and transient nature. Dylan has remained cryptic about the song's meaning, adding to its mystique. Critics have pointed out that the song's simplicity is its strength, allowing listeners to project their interpretations onto it. However, this openness has also led to misinterpretations. For instance, some have accused the song of being overly vague or apathetic, failing to recognize its poetic intent to provoke thought rather than provide concrete solutions. In 2025, the song continues to resonate, especially as new generations grapple with issues like climate change, systemic racism, and global conflict. Its enduring relevance lies in its ability to inspire reflection and dialogue, proving that the questions Dylan posed over 6 decades ago are as pressing today as they were then. Blowin' in the Wind is not just a song. It's a timeless mirror reflecting humanity's ongoing struggles and aspirations. The Beatles and Their Troubled Revolution, lyrics that divided fans. The Beatles' Revolution, released in 1968, remains one of the band's most politically charged and controversial songs, sparking debates into 2025. John Lennon wrote the song as a direct response to the turbulent political climate of the late 1960s, including the Vietnam War and global protests. However, its lyrics, particularly "But when you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out?" divided fans and critics alike. Some viewed Lennon's stance as overly passive, accusing him of failing to support radical change, while others praised the song's call for peaceful revolution. The controversy deepened with the release of multiple versions of Revolution, including the slower, bluesy Revolution 1 and the experimental Revolution 9, which added layers of ambiguity to the band's message. Far-left activists criticized Lennon for his perceived neutrality, arguing that his lyrics undermined the urgency of political action. Meanwhile, some interpreted the song's optimistic refrain, "Don't you know it's gonna be all right," as dismissive of the era's pressing issues. The internal dynamics of the Beatles also played a role in the song's contentious legacy. Paul McCartney and George Harrison reportedly expressed reservations about the track, reflecting broader tensions within the band during this period. Despite the criticism, Revolution has endured as a cultural touchstone, symbolizing the complexities of political engagement in art. Its legacy continues to inspire discussions about the roles of musicians in shaping societal narratives, proving that even decades later, the Beatles' work remains as relevant and provocative as ever. Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA, Patriotism or Protest? Bruce Springsteen's iconic 1984 anthem, Born in the USA, continues to spark debates in 2025 as its layered lyrics remain one of the most misunderstood in music history. While the song's booming chorus and patriotic imagery led many to interpret it as a celebration of American pride, its verses tell a starkly different story, a critique of the nation's treatment of Vietnam War veterans. Springsteen's protagonist, a disillusioned veteran, returns home to face unemployment, societal neglect, and the haunting memories of war. Lines like "Born down in a dead man's town" and "Come back home to the refinery, hiring man says, 'Son, if it was up to me,'" highlight the struggles of those abandoned by the American dream. Despite its somber message, the song's upbeat tempo and powerful delivery led to widespread misinterpretation, with politicians like Ronald Reagan using it as a campaign anthem, much to Springsteen's disapproval. Over the decades, "Born in the USA" has been reclaimed by various groups, each projecting their narratives onto its lyrics. In recent years, Springsteen has emphasized his role as a protest singer, reflecting his critical yet hopeful patriotism. The song's enduring relevance lies in its ability to challenge listeners to confront uncomfortable truths about national identity and societal responsibility. As debates around veterans' rights and patriotism evolve, "Born in the USA" serves as a reminder of American history's complexities and music's power to provoke thought and dialogue. Springsteen's masterpiece remains a testament to the duality of pride and protest, resonating with audiences across generations. Eminem's "Stan," a story misinterpreted as reality. Eminem's "Stan," released in 2000 as part of the Marshall Mathers LP, remains a cultural phenomenon even in 2025, but its legacy is often clouded by misinterpretation. The song tells the chilling tale of an obsessive fan, Stanley, whose unhealthy fixation on Eminem spirals into tragedy. Featuring Ditto's haunting vocals on the chorus, "Stan" was groundbreaking in its narrative style, blending storytelling with raw emotion. However, many listeners initially misunderstood the song's intent, interpreting it as a glorification of toxic fandom rather than a cautionary tale. The term "stan" has since entered the cultural lexicon, now widely used to describe devoted fans. Still, this casual usage often overlooks the song's darker themes of mental health struggles and the dangers of idolization. Over the years, "Stan" has sparked debates about the responsibility of artists in addressing sensitive topics. Critics have accused Eminem of exploiting mental health issues for shock value, while others praised the song for shedding light on the darker side of celebrity culture. The controversy resurfaced in 2023 when "Stan" was cited in a workplace harassment lawsuit, highlighting its ongoing impact and the complexities of its interpretation. Despite the debates, "Stan" has cemented its place in music history, influencing countless artists and even inspiring academic discussions on fandom and media influence. Its music video, still censored on platforms like YouTube due to graphic content, is a stark reminder of the song's unsettling narrative. As "Stan" continues to resonate with new generations, its legacy underscores the enduring power of storytelling in music and the complexities of artistic expression. Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit," the anthem that wasn't. Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit," released in 1991, remains a cultural phenomenon in 2025, often hailed as the anthem of Generation X. However, Kurt Cobain, the band's enigmatic frontman, famously rejected this label, describing the song as a sarcastic jab at the apathy of youth culture rather than a rallying cry. The track's cryptic lyrics, such as "Here we are now, entertain us," were intended to mock the superficiality of mainstream entertainment. Yet they were ironically embraced by the audience Cobain sought to critique. The song's explosive success catapulted Nirvana into the global spotlight, a position Cobain found deeply uncomfortable as it clashed with his anti-establishment ethos. Critics and fans have long debated the meaning of the song's abstract phrases like "a mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido," which Cobain admitted were chosen more for their sound than their meaning. The title was inspired by a graffiti message left by a friend, referencing a deodorant brand, further adding to the song's mystique. Over the years, "Smells Like Teen Spirit" has been celebrated and criticized for its role in popularizing grunge music. This genre sought to resist commercialization, but ultimately became a mainstream sensation. In 2025, the song continues to resonate with new generations, its raw energy and rebellious spirit serving as a timeless critique of conformity. Despite Cobain's ambivalence, Smells Like Teen Spirit endures as a paradoxical masterpiece, a song that defined and defied its era, leaving an indelible mark on music history. John Lennon's Imagine, Misunderstanding Peace as Politics. John Lennon's Imagine, released in 1971, continues to spark debates in 2025 about its profound yet polarizing message. The song, often hailed as a universal anthem for peace, invites listeners to envision a world free of borders, religion, and possessions. While its utopian ideals resonate with many, critics have long argued that the lyrics promote a secular, even anti-religious worldview. The opening line, "Imagine there's no heaven," has been particularly contentious, with religious groups accusing Lennon of advocating atheism. Lennon clarified that the song was not anti-religion, but a call to transcend divisive ideologies. Despite its explanations, the song's association with political movements has fueled its misunderstood legacy. Over the decades, Imagine has been adopted by various causes, from anti-war protests to environmental campaigns, often interpreted as a manifesto for leftist politics. This perception was amplified during the 2025 funeral of former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, where the song was performed as a tribute to his diplomatic efforts. Critics question the song's appropriateness, given its perceived contradictions with Carter's Christian faith. Additionally, Lennon's lifestyle, marked by wealth and fame, has led to accusations of hypocrisy, with detractors pointing out the irony of a millionaire advocating for a world without possessions. Yet Imagine remains a cultural touchstone, celebrated for its timeless melody and aspirational vision. Its enduring relevance underscores the complexities of interpreting art, reminding us that even the simplest lyrics can carry profound and divisive meanings. As debates around Imagine persist, the song challenges listeners to reflect on their values and the possibility of a more harmonious world. Madonna's Like a Prayer, Religious Controversy in Pop Lyrics. Madonna's 1989 hit, Like a Prayer, remains one of the most iconic and controversial songs in pop music history, with its legacy continuing to spark debates in 2025. The song, blending religious imagery with themes of love, passion, and self-discovery, challenged societal norms and provoked intense reactions from religious groups and fans alike. Its lyrics, such as "When You Call My Name, It's Like a Little Prayer," were interpreted as spiritual devotion and sensual longing, creating a duality that divided listeners. The controversy was amplified by the provocative music video, which featured burning crosses, stigmata-like wounds, and Madonna dancing in front of religious symbols. Religious organizations, particularly the Catholic Church, condemned the video as blasphemous, accusing Madonna of exploiting sacred imagery for commercial gain. The backlash led to Pepsi withdrawing its song sponsorship, marking one of music history's most infamous corporate controversies. Despite the criticism, Like a Prayer was celebrated for its artistic depth and bold exploration of taboo subjects. Madonna herself described the song as a reflection of her struggles and her complex relationship with faith, rooted in her Catholic upbringing. Over the years, Like a Prayer has been embraced by various social movements, including LGBTQ+ advocacy and feminist campaigns, further solidifying its status as a cultural touchstone. In 2025, the song continues to inspire discussions about the intersection of religion, art, and identity, proving that its impact transcends generations. Madonna's fearless approach to challenging conventions has ensured that Like a Prayer remains a timeless anthem of self-expression and societal critique. Green Day's American Idiot, a critique misunderstood. Green Day's American Idiot, released in 2004, remains a defining anthem of punk rock rebellion, but its message continues to be misunderstood even in 2025. Written as a scathing critique of American media and political culture during the George W. Bush era, the song's lyrics, such as Don't Want to Be an American Idiot were intended to challenge mass hysteria and blind nationalism. However, many listeners misinterpreted the track as an anti-American rant, sparking backlash from conservative groups who accused the band of disrespecting their country. Over the years, Green Day has repurposed the song to address evolving political climates, altering its lyrics during live performances to criticize figures like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. At Coachella 2025, frontman Billy Joe Armstrong changed the lyric, "I'm not a part of the redneck agenda," to "I'm not a part of a MAGA agenda," reigniting debates about the song's intent. Critics argue that these changes dilute the original message, while fans praise the band's adaptability in using their platform for activism. Despite its controversies, American Idiot has become a rallying cry for those disillusioned by societal norms, resonating with new generations facing similar struggles. The titular album, which includes tracks like Jesus of Suburbia, further explores themes of alienation and rebellion, solidifying Green Day's reputation as a voice for the marginalized. As American Idiot continues to evolve, its legacy underscores the power of music as a tool for social commentary, reminding listeners that punk rock is not just about rebellion, it's about challenging the status quo and sparking meaningful conversations. Elvis Presley's In the Ghetto, Misinterpreted Social Commentary. Elvis Presley's 1969 hit, In the Ghetto, written by Mac Davis, remains a poignant yet polarizing piece of social commentary, with its impact still resonating in 2025. The song tells the tragic story of a boy born into poverty in an urban slum, highlighting the cyclical nature of poverty, crime, and despair. While praised for its empathetic narrative and Presley's heartfelt delivery, In the Ghetto has often been misinterpreted as a simplistic or exploitative portrayal of systemic issues. Critics have accused Presley, a white artist, of appropriating themes associated with African American struggles without directly addressing racial dynamics. However, defenders argue that the song's universal message transcends race, focusing instead on the shared humanity of those trapped in poverty. The refrain, In the Ghetto, serves as a haunting reminder of the societal neglect that perpetuates such cycles. Over the decades, the song has been celebrated and scrutinized, with some viewing it as a bold departure from Presley's usual repertoire of love ballads and rock hits, while others see it as an oversimplification of complex social issues. In 2025, In the Ghetto has renewed relevance amid global discussions on economic inequality and urban development. The song has been featured in documentaries and academic studies exploring the role of music in social advocacy. Despite its controversies, In the Ghetto endures as a cultural touchstone, reminding listeners of the power of storytelling in music to spark empathy and dialogue. Presley's performance, marked by a tender yet mournful tone, continues to resonate, ensuring the song's place in the pantheon of socially conscious music. The Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil, Misunderstanding the Messenger. The Rolling Stones' 1968 classic, Sympathy for the Devil, remains one of the most provocative and misunderstood songs in rock history, with its legacy continuing to evolve in 2025. Written by Mick Jagger and inspired by Mikhail Bulgakov's novel, The Master and Margarita, the song adopts the perspective of the devil to explore humanity's darker tendencies. Lines like, I watched with glee while your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made, highlight the role of human agency in historical atrocities. Yet many listeners initially misinterpreted the song as an endorsement of Satanism. This misunderstanding led to widespread backlash, with religious groups accusing the band of promoting blasphemy and occultism. The controversy intensified after the tragic death of a fan at the Altamont Free Concert in 1969, an event some falsely linked to the song's supposed dark energy. Over the decades, Jagger and Keith Richards have clarified that the song critiques human nature, not a celebration of evil. In 2025, Sympathy for the Devil continues to be a subject of academic and cultural analysis, often cited as a masterclass in lyrical storytelling and social commentary. The song's samba-inspired rhythm and haunting vocals have also been praised for their innovative fusion of genres. Despite its initial reception, Sympathy for the Devil has become a cornerstone of the Rolling Stones' legacy, challenging listeners to confront the complexities of morality and accountability. Its enduring relevance underscores the power of music to provoke thought and spark dialogue, ensuring its place as a timeless piece of art. Kanye West's Gold Digger, lyrics that sparked social debate. Kanye West's 2005 hit Gold Digger, featuring Jamie Foxx, remains a cultural touchstone in 2025, continuing to ignite debates about its lyrical content and societal implications. The song humorously explores the dynamics of financial dependency in relationships and became an instant chart topper and a defining track of West's career. However, its catchy hook, "Now I ain't sayin' she a gold digger, but she ain't messin' with no broke," sparked widespread controversy. Critics accused the song of perpetuating gender stereotypes, portraying women as opportunistic and materialistic. Feminist groups argued that the lyrics reinforced harmful tropes, while others defended the track as a satirical commentary on societal norms. The song's narrative, which includes references to child support and financial exploitation, resonated with many listeners, but also drew criticism for its perceived insensitivity. Over the years, Gold Digger has been analyzed in academic circles, with scholars debating whether it critiques or perpetuates the very stereotypes it portrays. In 2025, the song remains relevant, often cited in discussions about gender dynamics and the portrayal of women in hip-hop. West's controversies, including his polarizing public statements and legal battles over sampling disputes, further complicate the song's legacy. Despite the criticism, Gold Digger has endured as a cultural phenomenon, its infectious beat and sharp lyrics ensuring its place in music history. The track's ability to provoke thought and spark dialogue underscores Kanye West's impact as an artist unafraid to challenge societal norms, even as his work divides opinions 2 decades later. Lady Gaga's Poker Face, Misinterpreted Layers of Meaning. Lady Gaga's 2008 hit Poker Face continues to captivate and confound audiences in 2025 with its layered meanings sparking ongoing debates. Initially celebrated as a dance-pop anthem, the song's deeper themes have gradually come to light, revealing a narrative far more complex than its upbeat rhythm suggests. While many listeners interpreted Poker Face as a playful ode to maintaining composure in high-stakes situations, Gaga later disclosed that the song explores themes of bisexuality and unspoken desires. The lyrics, particularly the chorus, cleverly mask explicit undertones, with Gaga herself admitting during her 2023 Las Vegas residency that the line "poker face" was a euphemism for FFF her face, a revelation that shocked even longtime fans. Combining mainstream appeal with subversive content, this duality has cemented Poker Face as a cultural phenomenon. Critics have praised Gaga's ability to challenge societal norms while maintaining commercial success, though some argue that the song's hidden meanings perpetuate stereotypes about bisexuality. The track's music video, featuring poker games and surreal imagery, further blurs the line between literal and metaphorical interpretations, leaving viewers questioning its true intent. In 2025, Poker Face remains a subject of academic analysis, often cited in discussions about the intersection of pop culture and LGBTQ+ representation. Gaga's unapologetic approach to blending art and activism has ensured the song's enduring relevance, inspiring a new generation of artists to embrace authenticity. As Poker Face continues to dominate playlists and provoke thought, its legacy underscores the power of music to challenge perceptions and spark meaningful conversations, proving that even the most infectious pop songs can carry profound messages. REM's Losing My Religion, a phrase that confused millions. REM's 1991 hit, Losing My Religion, continues to be a subject of fascination and misinterpretation in 2025, with its enigmatic lyrics sparking debates across generations. The song, built around a haunting mandolin riff, departed from the band's earlier sound, showcasing a more introspective and vulnerable side. Despite its title, Losing My Religion is not about faith or spirituality. Instead, it references a Southern expression meaning frustration or losing composure. This linguistic nuance was lost on many listeners, who interpreted the song as a critique of organized religion or a personal crisis of faith. The lyrics, such as "That's me in the corner, that's me in the spotlight," convey feelings of alienation and unrequited love. These themes resonated deeply with audiences, but also led to varied interpretations. Some critics viewed the song as a metaphor for societal pressures, while others saw it as a reflection of Michael Stipe's struggles with fame. Over the years, Losing My Religion has been embraced by diverse groups, from LGBTQ+ communities to those grappling with existential questions, further complicating its legacy. In 2025, the song remains relevant, often cited in discussions about the power of music to evoke universal emotions while maintaining personal ambiguity. Its music video, featuring surreal imagery inspired by Renaissance art, added another layer of complexity, leaving viewers to ponder its deeper meanings. As Losing My Religion inspires new interpretations, its enduring appeal lies in its ability to connect with listeners on multiple levels, proving that great art often defies simple explanations. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, The Mystery Behind the Words. The 1975 masterpiece Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen is still one of music history's most mysterious and acclaimed songs. Even in 2025, people are still drawn to it. Written by Freddie Mercury, the song defies standard structure by combining opera, rock, and balladry into a 6-minute epic. Its cryptic lyrics, including Sacramouche, Sacramouche, will you do the fandango, and Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, have sparked endless speculation about their meaning. Some interpret the song as a metaphor for Mercury's struggles, including his grappling with identity and societal expectations. In contrast, others see it as a purely theatrical narrative with no definitive storyline. Mercury remained tight-lipped about the song's meaning, famously stating that it was just a bit of nonsense, further fueling its mystique. Over the decades, Bohemian Rhapsody has been analyzed in academic papers, documentaries, and fan forums, with theories ranging from allegories of guilt and redemption to reflections on existentialism. The song's groundbreaking music video, often credited with pioneering the modern music video format, added another layer of intrigue with its surreal visuals. In 2025, Bohemian Rhapsody continues to be a cultural phenomenon, frequently performed at major events and even reinterpreted by contemporary artists. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke a wide range of emotions while leaving its meaning open to interpretation. As fans and scholars revisit the song's legacy, Bohemian Rhapsody stands as a testament to Queen's innovation and Mercury's genius, proving that some mysteries are left unsolved. Its timeless charm ensures its place as a cornerstone of musical artistry. Taylor Swift's Blank Space, Misunderstood Satire Turned Reality. Taylor Swift's 2014 hit Blank Space from her album 1989 continues to be a cultural touchstone in 2025, with its satirical undertones often misunderstood by listeners. The song cleverly plays on media portrayals of Swift as a serial dater, uses exaggerated lyrics to mock the narrative that she manipulates and discards men. Lines like, "Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane," were intended as tongue-in-cheek commentary. Yet many fans and critics initially took them at face value, believing the song reflected Swift's personality. This misinterpretation led to widespread debates about the role of satire in pop music and the challenges of conveying nuanced messages in mainstream media. Over the years, Blank Space has been re-examined, with scholars and fans praising Swift's ability to turn criticism into art. The song's music video, featuring opulent settings and dramatic scenes of jealousy and revenge, further blurred the line between parody and reality, leaving viewers divided on its intent. In 2025, Blank Space remains relevant, often cited in discussions about the intersection of celebrity culture and artistic expression. Swift's evolution as an artist, including her recent ventures into directing and philanthropy, has added new layers to the song's legacy, highlighting her resilience in public scrutiny. As Blank Space resonates with audiences, its enduring appeal lies in its ability to provoke thought and spark dialogue, proving that even the most glamorous pop songs can carry profound messages about identity, perception, and empowerment. Swift's artistry ensures the song's place as a timeless masterpiece. Beyonce's Formation, Misunderstanding Cultural Identity. Beyonce's 2016 hit Formation remains a cultural lightning rod in 2025, celebrated for its unapologetic embrace of Black identity while continuing to provoke debates about its intent and impact. Released during Black History Month, the song and its accompanying video highlighted themes of resilience, heritage, and systemic injustice, with imagery referencing Hurricane Katrina, police brutality, and Southern Black culture. Lines like, "I like my baby hair," with baby hair and afros, were praised for challenging Eurocentric beauty standards, yet the song's boldness also drew criticism. Some detractors accused Beyoncé of promoting divisiveness, particularly with her Super Bowl 50 performance, where dancers dressed in Black Panther-inspired outfits. Critics, including political figures, labeled the performance as anti-police, despite Beyoncé's clarification that the song condemned police brutality, not law enforcement as a whole. The controversy reignited in 2025 when Formation was featured in a documentary exploring the intersection of music and activism, sparking renewed discussions about the role of artists in addressing social issues. Beyoncé's statement, "I'm proud of what we created and proud to be part of a conversation pushing things forward," underscores her intent to inspire dialogue rather than division. The song's legacy has also been shaped by its influence on younger artists, who cite Formation as a blueprint for blending art with activism. Despite the backlash, Formation remains a defining moment in Beyoncé's career, symbolizing her evolution from pop icon to cultural leader. Its enduring relevance lies in its ability to challenge societal norms while celebrating identity, proving that music can be both a mirror and a catalyst for change. Michael Jackson's "They Don't Care About Us," lyrics that sparked global debate. Michael Jackson's 1996 track, "They Don't Care About Us," remains one of his most controversial and socially charged songs, with its impact continuing to resonate in 2025. Written as a protest anthem, the song addresses themes of systemic injustice, racism, and police brutality, making it a powerful statement against societal neglect. However, its release was marred by controversy over lyrics that were perceived as anti-Semitic, including phrases like "Jew me" and "K me." Jackson faced intense backlash from media outlets and advocacy groups, prompting him to issue a public apology and re-record the song with altered lyrics. Despite these changes, the song's message remained intact, highlighting the struggles of marginalized communities. The accompanying music videos, directed by Spike Lee, further amplified its impact. One version, filmed in a Brazilian favela, showcased the vibrancy and resilience of local communities, while the prison version depicted stark imagery of incarceration and systemic oppression. Both videos were hailed for their bold visual storytelling, but faced criticism for their provocative content. In 2025, "They Don't Care About Us" continues to be a rallying cry for social movements worldwide, often played at protests and demonstrations. Its enduring relevance lies in its ability to shed light on unresolved issues, proving Jackson's foresight as an artist. The song's legacy is further cemented by its influence on contemporary musicians who draw inspiration from its unapologetic activism. As debates around its lyrics and imagery persist, "They Don't Care About Us" stands as a testament to the power of music to challenge societal norms and spark meaningful dialogue. The mystery of how to understand Prince's Purple Rain. Prince's 1984 classic Purple Rain continues to captivate audiences in 2025, a timeless anthem of emotional depth and artistic brilliance. The song, which served as the title track for the album and the semi-autobiographical film, blends rock, gospel, and orchestral elements into a 6-minute masterpiece. Its lyrics, such as, "I never meant to cause you any sorrow, I never meant to cause you any pain," evoke themes of regret, love, and redemption, yet their true meaning remains elusive. Prince described Purple Rain as a metaphor for the end of the world, symbolizing faith, hope, and unity in the face of adversity. However, fans and critics have long debated its interpretation, with some viewing it as a lament for lost love and others as a spiritual journey. The song's iconic guitar solo, often hailed as one of the greatest in music history, adds a layer of emotional intensity, leaving listeners in awe of Prince's virtuosity. Over the decades, Purple Rain has been performed at countless events, including Prince's legendary Super Bowl halftime show in 2007, where he played the song in the pouring rain, creating an unforgettable moment. In 2025, the music continues to inspire new generations of artists, with its influence evident in genres ranging from pop to indie rock. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke universal emotions while remaining deeply personal, a testament to Prince's genius as a songwriter and performer. As Purple Rain continues to resonate, it reminds us of the transformative power of music to connect, heal, and transcend time. The Police's Every Breath You Take, Misunderstood Love or Obsession. The Police's 1983 hit, Every Breath You Take, remains one of the most iconic yet misunderstood songs in music history, with its legacy continuing to spark debate in 2025. Written by Sting during a tumultuous period following his separation from his first wife, the song's lyrics, such as "Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you," have often been misinterpreted as a romantic declaration. However, Sting describes the track as sinister and nasty, revealing that it is intended to portray obsession and control rather than love. Despite this clarification, the song's haunting melody and tender delivery have led many listeners to embrace it as a love ballad, even using it at weddings, a stark contrast to its original intent. Over the years, Every Breath You Take has faced criticism for its portrayal of possessiveness, with some interpreting it as a reflection of unhealthy relationship dynamics. In 2025, the song's relevance endures, as it continues to be analyzed in discussions about the fine line between affection and obsession. Its influence extends beyond music, having been sampled in tracks like Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You, which recontextualize the melody into a tribute. The song's enduring popularity is a testament to its complex emotional resonance, blending beauty with unease. As debates around its meaning persist, Every Breath You Take serves as a reminder of the power of music to evoke diverse interpretations, proving that even the most celebrated songs can carry layers of ambiguity that challenge listeners to look beyond the surface. Lana Del Rey's Born to Die, Misinterpreted Melancholy. Lana Del Rey's 2012 debut album, Born to Die, and its title track continue to evoke fascination and debate in 2025, with their melancholic themes often misinterpreted by listeners and critics alike. The song, Born to Die, is a cinematic exploration of love, loss, and existential longing, wrapped in Del Rey's signature blend of vintage Americana and modern pop. Lines like, "Don't make me sad, don't make me cry," have been interpreted as a lament for doomed relationships, but Del Rey has described the song as a reflection on the fleeting nature of life itself. Despite its emotional depth, the track faced criticism upon release, with some dismissing it as overly melodramatic or shallow. Over the years, however, Born to Die has been reevaluated as a groundbreaking work that redefined the pop landscape, blending orchestral arrangements with hip-hop beats to create a genre-defying sound. The album's themes of vulnerability and self-destruction resonated deeply with a generation navigating the complexities of identity and mental health. In 2025, Born to Die remains a cultural touchstone, often cited in discussions about pop music's evolution and its ability to address universal human experiences. Del Rey's aesthetic, characterized by nostalgic visuals and introspective lyrics, has influenced countless artists, cementing her status as a pioneer of melancholic pop. While the song's meaning continues to be debated, its enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke raw emotion and provoke thought, proving that Lana Del Rey's artistry transcends time and trends, leaving an indelible mark on music history. Kendrick Lamar's All Right, Lyrics of Hope Misunderstood. Kendrick Lamar's 2015 anthem, All Right, from his critically acclaimed album To Pimp a Butterfly, remains a powerful symbol of resilience and hope in 2025, yet its message has often been misunderstood. The song's chorus, We Gon' Be All Right, became a rallying cry during protests during police brutality and systemic racism, particularly within the Black Lives Matter movement. While many embraced the track as an uplifting declaration of survival, others misinterpreted its optimism as dismissive of the harsh realities it addresses. Lamar's verses delve into themes of institutional oppression, personal struggles, and spiritual redemption, painting a nuanced picture of perseverance in the face of adversity. Critics have occasionally accused the song of oversimplifying complex issues, but its layered lyrics reveal a deeper intent, to inspire hope while acknowledging pain. The accompanying music video, featuring surreal imagery of Lamar levitating above a city and confronting police violence, further amplified its impact. However, some viewers misread its symbolism as glorifying confrontation rather than advocating for change. In 2025, All Right continues to resonate, often played at protests and community events as a unifying anthem. Its legacy has been cemented by Lamar's ongoing influence as an artist who bridges the gap between activism and artistry. The song's relevance endures, sparking discussions about the role of music in social movements and the complexities of interpreting art. As All Right inspires new generations, its enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke hope and reflection, proving that Lamar's work transcends time and remains a cornerstone of cultural and political discourse. Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall, Misunderstood Rebellion. Pink Floyd's 1979 anthem, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, remains a defining protest song in 2025, yet its message continues to be widely misunderstood. Written by Roger Waters as part of the concept album The Wall, the song critiques rigid educational systems and the dehumanizing effects of institutional authority. The iconic line, "We don't need no education," has often been misinterpreted as a rejection of teaching itself, when, in reality, it condemns oppressive teaching methods that stifle creativity and individuality. The song's release sparked global controversy, particularly in South Africa, where it was banned in 1980 after being adopted as a rallying cry by students protesting apartheid-era educational inequalities. This association with rebellion cemented its status as a cultural phenomenon and led to accusations of promoting anarchy. Over the years, Waters has clarified that the song is not anti-education, but a call for reform, emphasizing the importance of nurturing critical thinking over rote memorization. In 2025, Another Brick in the Wall continues to resonate, often cited in discussions about the role of education in shaping society. Its haunting chorus, sung by a children's choir, remains a powerful symbol of youthful defiance, while its themes of resistance and individuality have inspired generations of artists and activists. The song's legacy is further enriched by its place within The Wall, a rock opera exploring themes of isolation and self-destruction. As debates around its meaning persist, Another Brick in the Wall endures as a timeless anthem of rebellion, challenging listeners to question authority and advocate for change. Britney Spears' Baby One More Time, Misinterpreted Romance. Britney Spears' 1998 debut single, Baby One More Time, remains a pop culture phenomenon in 2025, but its lyrics have often been misinterpreted since its release. Written by Swedish songwriter Max Martin, the song catapulted Spears to global stardom with its infectious melody and iconic music video featuring her in a schoolgirl outfit. However, the phrase, "Hit me baby one more time," sparked confusion and controversy, with many listeners mistakenly interpreting it as a reference to physical violence. In reality, the phrase was a colloquialism intended to mean, "call me again," reflecting the desperation of a lover yearning for reconciliation. This linguistic nuance, lost in translation, led to debates about the song's meaning and appropriateness, particularly among conservative audiences. Despite the initial backlash, Baby One More Time became a defining track of the late 1990s, selling over 10 million copies and earning Spears a Grammy nomination. The song's legacy has been further cemented by its influence on subsequent generations of pop artists who cite it as a blueprint for crafting chart-topping hits. In 2025, the track continues to resonate, recently surpassing 1 billion streams on Spotify and joining the platform's exclusive Billions Club. Its music video also achieved a similar milestone on YouTube, underscoring its enduring appeal. While the song's misunderstood lyrics remain a topic of discussion, its impact on pop music and culture is undeniable. Baby One More Time stands as a testament to Spears' artistry and the power of music to transcend language barriers, proving that even misinterpretations can contribute to a song's timeless allure. Black Sabbath's War Pigs, Misunderstood Politics in Metal. Black Sabbath's 1970 classic War Pigs, from their groundbreaking album Paranoid, remains a powerful anti-war anthem in 2025, yet misconceptions have often overshadowed its message. Initially titled Walpurgis, the song was rebranded to War Pigs to shift its focus from occult themes to a scathing critique of war and its architects. The lyrics, penned by bassist Geezer Butler, draw vivid parallels between military leaders and malevolent forces, with lines like, "Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses," equating war profiteers to agents of evil. Despite its clear anti-war stance, the song was frequently misinterpreted as glorifying Satanism, a misconception fueled by the band's dark aesthetic and heavy sound. This misunderstanding led to backlash from religious groups and conservative critics who overlooked the song's true intent, condemning the senseless destruction wrought by war and the exploitation of the poor by powerful elites. Over the decades, War Pigs has been embraced as a timeless protest song, resonating with generations disillusioned by global conflicts. In 2025, the track continues to inspire discussions about the role of music in political activism, often cited in documentaries and academic studies exploring the intersection of art and social justice. Its haunting riffs and Ozzy Osbourne's impassioned vocals ensure its enduring appeal, while its message remains as relevant as ever in a world still grappling with the consequences of war. As War Pigs continues to be reinterpreted by new audiences, it is a testament to Black Sabbath's ability to channel their artistry into a powerful critique of humanity's darkest impulses. Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry, lyrics that confuse millions. Bob Marley's 1974 classic No Woman, No Cry, from the album Natty Dread, remains one of the most iconic reggae songs in 2025, yet its lyrics continue to be widely misunderstood. The title itself has sparked confusion, with many interpreting it as a dismissal of women's emotions or a suggestion that life without women would be free of sorrow. However, Marley's intent was far from this literal reading. No Woman, No Cry is Jamaican patois, meaning, "No, woman, don't cry," as a message of reassurance and comfort to women enduring hardships. The song reflects Marley's deep connection to Trenchtown, a poverty-stricken neighborhood in Kingston, Jamaica, where he spent much of his youth. Lyrics like "Good friends we've had, oh, good friends we've lost" evoke nostalgia and communal resilience, while references to "Georgie would make the fire light" pay homage to Georgie Phillips, a local figure who supported struggling families. Despite its soothing melody, the song's socio-political undertones have often been overlooked, with Marley using his platform to highlight the struggles of marginalized communities. In 2025, No Woman, No Cry continues to resonate globally, frequently performed at events advocating for social justice and unity. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to transcend cultural and linguistic barriers, offering solace and inspiration to listeners across generations. As debates around its meaning persist, the song is a testament to Marley's artistry and commitment to using music for empowerment and change, ensuring its place in the pantheon of timeless anthems. Adele's Someone Like You, Misinterpreted Grief. Adele's 2011 ballad, Someone Like You, from her critically acclaimed album 21, continues to resonate deeply with audiences in 2025, yet its poignant lyrics have often been misunderstood. The song, which chronicles heartbreak and the bittersweet acceptance of lost love, is regarded as one of Adele's most emotionally raw performances. Lines like, "Never mind, I'll find someone like you," have been misinterpreted by some listeners as a declaration of moving on, when in reality they reflect the lingering pain of unfulfilled love and the yearning for closure. Adele's soulful delivery captures the complexity of emotions tied to heartbreak, regret, jealousy, and reluctant hope, making the song a universal anthem for those navigating the aftermath of a breakup. Despite its widespread acclaim, Someone Like You has faced criticism for its perceived melancholy, with detractors labeling it overly sentimental. However, its simplicity and vulnerability are precisely what have made it timeless. In 2025, the song remains a staple at emotional milestones, from weddings to memorials, often serving as a cathartic outlet for listeners. Its legacy has been further cemented by Adele's continued success, including her recent sold-out global tour, which featured a stripped-down rendition of the track that brought audiences to tears. The song's enduring appeal is its ability to evoke raw, unfiltered emotion, transcending cultural and generational boundaries. As Someone Like You inspires new interpretations, it is a testament to Adele's unparalleled ability to connect with listeners through her artistry, proving that even the simplest lyrics can carry profound and universal meaning. Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, a love song misunderstood as lust. Ed Sheeran's 2017 global hit, Shape of You, continues to dominate playlists in 2025, but its lyrical intent has often been misunderstood since its release. With its infectious rhythm and romantic undertones, the song was initially perceived by many as a celebration of physical attraction and lust. Lines like, "I'm in love with the shape of you," were interpreted as focusing solely on superficial beauty, sparking debates about portraying relationships in pop music. However, Sheeran has clarified that the song is a deeper exploration of the chemistry and connection that can develop between two people, emphasizing emotional intimacy alongside physical attraction. Despite this explanation, Shape of You faced criticism for perpetuating stereotypes about love being tied to physical appearance, particularly in its music video, which features a boxing gym setting and athletic imagery. The song's legacy was further complicated by legal disputes, including a high-profile copyright case in 2022, where Sheeran was accused of plagiarizing elements from other tracks. Although he won the case, the controversy reignited discussions about originality in pop music. In 2025, Shape of You remains one of the most streamed songs ever, recently surpassing 5 billion plays on Spotify, cementing its status as a cultural phenomenon. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to blend catchy melodies with relatable themes, resonating with audiences across generations. As debates around its meaning persist, Shape of You is a testament to Sheeran's artistry and ability to craft songs that spark conversation, proving that even misunderstood lyrics can contribute to a song's timeless allure. Radiohead's Creep, Misunderstood Angst Turned Anthem. Radiohead's 1992 breakout single, Creep, remains a cultural touchstone in 2025, yet its raw vulnerability and themes of alienation have often been misunderstood. Written by Tom York during his time at Exeter University, the song captures the anguish of feeling like an outsider, with lyrics like, "I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo," resonating deeply with listeners who have experienced self-doubt and unrequited love. Despite its emotional depth, Creep was initially dismissed by critics as derivative and overly self-pitying, a sentiment that even the band seemed to share. Over the years, Radiohead grew to resent the song's popularity, with York famously refusing to perform it at concerts, calling it too commercial and unrepresentative of their evolving sound. However, fans embraced Creep as an anthem of authenticity, finding solace in its haunting melody and introspective lyrics. The song's legacy was further complicated by its legal battles, including a high-profile copyright dispute with the Hollies over similarities to their 1974 track, The Air That I Breathe, which was settled amicably. In 2025, Creep inspires new generations, often featured in films, TV shows, and viral social media moments, highlighting its timeless relatability. Its popularity has even renewed debates about the balance between artistic integrity and commercial success. While Radiohead's relationship with Creep remains fraught, the song's enduring appeal lies in its ability to connect with listeners on a deeply personal level, proving that even the most reluctant anthems can leave an indelible mark on music history. Its misunderstood angst has ultimately become a universal symbol of human vulnerability. Lady Gaga's Born This Way, Misunderstood Empowerment. Lady Gaga's 2011 anthem Born This Way continues to resonate in 2025 as a powerful declaration of self-acceptance and equality, yet its message has often been misunderstood. The song, hailed as a groundbreaking LGBTQ+ anthem, celebrates individuality and diversity with lyrics like, "No matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive." While many embraced its empowering message, critics accused Gaga of oversimplifying complex issues of identity and inclusion. Some detractors pointed to the song's use of terms like chola and orient, arguing that they perpetuated stereotypes, despite Gaga's intent to highlight cultural diversity positively. The controversy was further fueled by comparisons to Madonna's 1989 hit Express Yourself, with Madonna calling the track reductive and sparking debates about originality in pop music. Despite these criticisms, Born This Way has cemented its legacy as a cultural milestone, inspiring countless individuals to embrace their authentic selves. In 2025, the song remains a staple at pride events and social justice rallies, symbolizing resilience and unity. Gaga's fearless approach to addressing taboo subjects has influenced a new generation of artists, solidifying her status as a pop icon and activist. The track's enduring appeal lies in its ability to provoke thought and spark dialogue, proving that music can be both a mirror and a catalyst for societal change. As Born This Way continues to inspire, its misunderstood empowerment reminds listeners of the complexities of representation and the transformative power of art to change norms and celebrate humanity. The Weeknd's Can't Feel My Face, lyrics misread as literal. The Weeknd's 2015 hit Can't Feel My Face from his album Beauty Behind the Madness remains a pop sensation in 2025, yet its lyrics have often been misread as literal. On the surface, the song describes the intoxicating effects of love, with lines like, "I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it," evoking passion and euphoria. However, deeper analysis reveals that the track is a metaphor for addiction, specifically to cocaine, which is known to cause temporary facial numbness. The Weeknd, whose real name is Abel Tesfaye, has openly acknowledged the influence of substance use on his music, describing it as both a creative catalyst and a personal struggle. Despite its darker undertones, Can't Feel My Face was embraced as a mainstream hit, earning critical acclaim and topping charts worldwide. Its infectious beat and Michael Jackson-inspired vocals mask the song's deeper themes, leading many listeners to interpret it as a straightforward love song. The track's success also sparked debates about the normalization of drug references in pop music, with critics questioning whether its upbeat tone trivialized addiction. In 2025, Can't Feel My Face continues to be a cultural touchstone, frequently featured in playlists and retrospectives celebrating modern pop. Its legacy highlights the complexities of artistic expression, proving that even the most danceable tracks can carry profound messages. As audiences revisit the song's layered meanings, Can't Feel My Face is a testament to The Weeknd's ability to blend commercial appeal with introspective storytelling, ensuring its place in music history. Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven, Misunderstood Morning is still one of the most emotional songs ever written, with themes still relevant today in 2025. Tears in Heaven was written after Clapton's 4-year-old son Connor died tragically when he fell from a 53rd floor apartment window in New York City. It's a touching look at grief, loss, and the hope of reunion in the afterlife, with lines like, "Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven?" that have often been misinterpreted as a reflection of Clapton's faith, leading some to view the song as a religious statement. However, Clapton has clarified that the track is not tied to any specific belief system, but serves as a universal expression of mourning and resilience. The song's stripped-down acoustic arrangement and heartfelt delivery amplify its raw emotional impact, earning it critical acclaim and 3 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year in 1993. Despite its success, Tears in Heaven has faced criticism for its perceived sentimentality, with detractors arguing that its simplicity undermines its depth. In 2025, the song continues to comfort those grappling with loss, often featured in memorials and therapeutic settings. Clapton's decision to retire the song from live performances in 2004 has further cemented its legacy, citing the emotional toll of revisiting such a painful chapter in his life. As Tears in Heaven endures, it stands as a testament to the healing power of music, reminding listeners of the strength found in vulnerability and the universality of grief. David Bowie's Space Oddity, Misinterpreted Adventure Turned Tragedy. David Bowie's 1969 classic, Space Oddity, remains a cornerstone of musical innovation in 2025, yet its association with space exploration has often overshadowed its themes of isolation and existential dread. Released just days before the Apollo 11 moon landing, the song was widely interpreted as celebrating humanity's leap into the cosmos. However, Bowie's portrayal of Major Tom, a stranded astronaut disconnected from Earth, tells a far darker story. Lyrics like "Here I am sitting in a tin can, far above the world," reflect profound loneliness and detachment, themes that resonated with Bowie's feelings of alienation. Despite its haunting narrative, Space Oddity became an anthem for space enthusiasts, even being used by NASA and other organizations to commemorate milestones in space exploration. Bowie expressed mixed feelings about the song's legacy, once describing it as a farce and distancing himself from its commercial success. In 2025, the track inspires reinterpretations, with filmmakers and artists exploring its deeper existential themes. Its influence extends beyond music, shaping discussions about humanity's relationship with technology and the unknown. The song's enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke both wonder and unease, capturing the duality of human ambition and vulnerability. As Space Oddity remains a subject of cultural and academic analysis, its misunderstood adventure turned tragedy serves as a testament to Bowie's genius, proving that even the most iconic works can carry layers of meaning that challenge and inspire across generations. Its legacy endures as a poignant reflection on the human condition. Rihanna's Umbrella, Misunderstood Symbolism in Lyrics. Rihanna's 2007 hit Umbrella, featuring Jay-Z, remains a defining moment in pop music history, with its influence still felt in 2025. The song, which catapulted Rihanna to global superstardom, is often celebrated for its catchy hook and emotional depth. However, its lyrics have frequently been misinterpreted, with some listeners taking the metaphor of the umbrella literally, missing its more profound symbolism. The song's central theme revolves around unwavering support and loyalty in relationships, with the umbrella serving as a metaphor for protection and shelter during life's storms. Lines like, "You can stand under my umbrella," emphasize the strength of emotional bonds, yet critics have occasionally dismissed the track as simplistic or overly commercial. Over the years, Umbrella has also sparked debates about its cultural impact, with some interpreting it as a commentary on resilience and solidarity, particularly in the face of adversity. The song's music video, featuring Rihanna's iconic silver body paint and choreographed rain sequences, further cemented its status as a cultural phenomenon. However, it also drew criticism for its perceived over-sexualization. In 2025, Umbrella continues to inspire new generations of artists, often cited as a blueprint for blending mainstream appeal with artistic integrity. Its legacy has been further enriched by its inclusion in academic studies exploring the role of metaphor in pop music. As debates around its meaning persist, Umbrella endures as a timeless anthem of love and support, proving that even the most accessible pop songs can carry profound messages. Rihanna's artistry ensures the song's place as a cornerstone of modern music. Codependency. Coldplay's 2005 ballad Fix You from their album X and Y remains a deeply emotional anthem in 2025, yet its themes of healing and support have often been misinterpreted as promoting codependency. Written by Chris Martin to comfort his then-wife Gwyneth Paltrow after the death of her father, the song's lyrics, such as "Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you," convey a heartfelt promise to help a loved one through grief and hardship. While many listeners embrace the track as a universal message of empathy and resilience, critics have argued that its narrative could encourage an unhealthy reliance on others for emotional recovery. This interpretation has sparked debates about the fine line between offering support and fostering dependency, with some struggling that the song's intent is more about empowerment than rescue. The track's soaring melody and gradual crescendo mirror the emotional journey of overcoming adversity, making it a staple at memorials and therapeutic settings. In 2025, Fix You continues to resonate globally, often cited in discussions about the role of music in emotional healing. Coldplay's ongoing success has further enriched its legacy, including their recent Music of the Spheres World Tour, where the song remains a highlight of their live performances. As audiences revisit its layered meanings, Fix You stands as a testament to Coldplay's ability to craft music that connects deeply with listeners, proving that even misunderstood lyrics can inspire hope and spark meaningful conversations about the complexities of human relationships. Metallica's Enter Sandman, Misinterpreted Themes of Fear. Metallica's 1991 hit, Enter Sandman, from their self-titled album, often referred to as the Black Album, remains a cornerstone of heavy metal in 2025, yet its themes of fear and nightmares have frequently been misunderstood. The song, driven by Kirk Hammett's iconic riff and James Hetfield's haunting lyrics, delves into the unsettling world of childhood fears and the vulnerability of sleep. Lines like "Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight," evoke a sense of paranoia and anxiety, painting a vivid picture of a child's descent into a nightmare. Despite its dark undertones, many listeners initially interpreted the track as a straightforward rock anthem, overlooking its more profound exploration of psychological unease. The Sandman, a mythical figure traditionally associated with bringing sleep, is reimagined here as a sinister force, amplifying the song's eerie atmosphere. Over the years, Enter Sandman has faced criticism for its perceived simplicity, with some detractors dismissing it as overly commercial compared to Metallica's earlier work. However, its enduring popularity and cultural impact tell a different story. In 2025, the song continues to be a staple of Metallica's live performances, often as a gateway for new fans to discover the band's extensive catalog. Its legacy has been further enriched by its influence on subsequent generations of metal artists who cite it as a masterclass blending accessibility with intensity. As debates around its meaning persist, Enter Sandman endures as a timeless exploration of fear, proving that even the heaviest tracks can resonate profoundly emotionally while challenging listeners to confront their anxieties.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon